Hello everyone. So today I would like to create a JNI program. So this JNI program, it will call the instant method in the Java class from the nifty code. So basically, JNI we name it as a Java native interface. So to create this program, you need two files. One is Java source code, another it will be the C++ nifty code. So let us start now. So first, you need to create the call out the notepad. So in this case, I'm using the notepad lah. So easy for me to write the Java source code. Okay, so create a class named as students. Okay, in this student class, I declare a native method called the study. So if you observe that this native method, it does not have the implementations contained inside, means that it does not have the method body. So the content for this, it will be written in the C++ nifty code. So after that, create an instant method. So display some message. Okay, don't forget to close it. Okay, I can continue to create another instant method. This time name it as read, and then this read method, it will require one input argument with the integer data type. Okay, maybe I can copy this. So just modify the message. Okay, after that, so this is called static initializer. So this one, it will load the shell library file using the function system.load library. So in here, you have to supply the name of the shell library file. So let's say I name it as student A. So later when I create the shell library file, I have to give the same name. And then it will be our main method. Okay, create a object P from the student class. Okay, use the object P to call the nifty method. Okay, so this is the Java source code. Okay, I have to save save as the student.java. Okay, change it to all file. So I will save it in here in desktop. So this is the one. This is a file. Then out the command prompt. So I save the file in a desktop. So in the command prompt, I have to go to the desktop path. So here I have to use the CD to change directory to the desktop. Okay. So now I'm here. So I can compile now. So this command means that I will compile the file at the same time. I will create the header file. So now provide the name for the Java source file. You can see from here. So it produce the class file and also the header file. So we can open this header file. So this is a machine generated. So in this header file, I need this. So I just copy this. Okay, then I can close it. Okay, so I open another notepad. So I paste the code just now that I copy, paste to here. So this one, it is the content for the C++ nifty code. So it will link to the student.h. So that's why here I can include student.h. Okay, so now I'm start to write the content. So start from here. So this is the header. Then here remove the semicolon and replace it with a pair of the curly bracket. So here I add in the argument name. So this one it will be env, and also this will be the obj. So this env we call it as a JNI environment pointer, and then this obj actually it is a object. So this object actually it refer from the Java class. So in the Java class we create object, right? P, right? So this P it will be bring into this nifty code as a obj. Okay, so the purpose for this program is we want to access two instant method, which is show and read methods from the nifty code. So if you look at the Java source file, here I create the object P and then I use the P to call the nifty codes. That's all, right? So these two functions it will not be called in the Java file, but then it will be called from this nifty code. So to call the instant methods in the Java class, we need several steps. We need 3 steps. Okay, first step is we want to find out the class reference. Okay, in this way, we need the help from the JNI predefined function called getObjectClass. So this getObjectClass, it need the one input argument obj, so we can get from here. Then when it get the class reference, so it will store the class reference into the CLS, where this CLS is a variable with the data type of JClass. So this is the first step. This is step 1. Okay, step 2, now we are going to get the method ID for each of these instant method. So first we will get the method ID for the show function first. Okay, give a name. So let's say give it as a mid1. use a predefined JNI function, get method ID. Here we need to supply several input parameter. So first one, it will be the class reference, which is a CLS. Then this one, it will be the function name or method name. Maybe I move to here, is clearer. Okay, so this one, so we want to call the show, right? So at here you just type the name of the instance method, which is show. Then after that, this, it will be the method descriptor, okay, for the show method. So for the method descriptor, it have been divided to two portions. You have two portions. So inside the curly bracket, inside the parentheses here, it will be referred to the input argument. Since if you look at this show method, in here we does not have the input argument. That's why you just left it blank, and then it return nothing, right? Which is, it is a void function. So for void function, you just type a v. Okay, that's all. So this is the method ID for the show. So you can copy this, change the mid to mid 2. So show, now we want to call the read instance method. So read here. Okay, if you compare these two method, the difference between these two is the read method, it have the input argument, which is the integer data type. So we type a I here, represent this is the integer input argument. Then both of them, it is return nothing, so it is a void function, so remain the same as v. So this is step 2, because we are call two instance methods, so you need to have two of the to get the method ID for these two instance method. Okay, so before we proceed to the step 3, so you can add in the if statement. So let's say you have let's say maybe when you call the instance method for show, so there's wrong name or there's not match with the method descriptor, so it will cause the operation fail. And this, if operation fail, means that it will return a null value. Okay, so means that if we found that the mid one having the null value, so mean that we can directly return. So means that it won't proceed to the next line. So mid 1 and mid 2 lah. Okay, so after that, now we proceed to the step 3. So step 3 is the line here. We are going to call the methods in the Java class. So again, using the JNI predefined function, so it need the obj and also the mid one. Okay, you look at here, means that it requires two input arguments. First one, it is a obj object, because it is an instance method, right? So we won't use a CLS, but we will use the obj. Okay, and then mid one here means that it also requires the method ID. So the method ID, where this method ID refer to the show method, so which is mid one. Okay, then this you will call the show method. Then at the same time, you also call the another method, which is a read method. So change it to 2. So method mid 2 here, it will refer to the read instance method in the Java class. This one. Okay, then but then don't forget, because for the read method, it need one input argument, which is the m. So at here, you actually can supply the value, let's say 5. So in this case, means that when the method is being called, the value, which is 5 here, it will pass it into the M. Okay, so save it. Save as. Save it as student A dot CPP. Okay, save. So this is the one. Okay. Okay, then now I try to now we'll try to run this command G++. So this command, it will generate the share library file. So now you have to give a name for this share library file. So I give it as a student A .dll. So that's why. So this student A must be matched with this student A here. So they must be the same name. Okay, then we'll generate this DLL file from, actually is from this CPP file. So you have to provide this file also .cpp. Okay, press enter. Okay, let me check what's the problem now. Oh, okay, forgot type this, missing of this O. Okay, press enter. Let me see. Include. Let me check. Oh. Again, it should be dash O. Okay, done. Okay, so this is a correct command. So just now I missing this dash O. So that's why it give the error message. So this is the DLL file. Okay, so after this, so now I can execute the program. So when you execute program, you have to make sure that the student A.dll and the student.class, it is at the same place. So now let me run it. JAVA student. Press enter. Okay, check for this. So if you check from here, so I will call the mid one first. So call void function. So why this is void function? Because your method show it return void. Your method reads also return void. So both of them, it will be called void methods. So we'll call the show first, then only the read. So that's why you can see from here that it will display I'm reading a book in the public library near my house first, this sentence. Then continue with the I plan to read 5 books this week. So 5 here, it is because the value of 5 put in here. So the 5, it will pass it to the read method when this method is being called. Okay, so I think so will be that. Okay, I think that's all for this. So thanks for watching. Bye bye.